Pre-Final B for Kz2, the WSK Final Cup. Here on a cloudy, cold morning here in the north of Italy. Let's take a look at the grid. It is Stan Pex on pole position for his own SP Motorsport team. Norton out of grid 2 alongside Chris Harnan, also for SP Motorsport, Danilo Albanese, Jenna Civico, then it's Turiev. Fusco is back with us. And he lines up alongside Andrei Dubinin, Simon Prim, and Francesco Comanducci. Behind him is the French driver Céline Galassien, CJ Bonninghausen in the modern and powered DR kart, Andre Walter in the comp kart, Mihai Muncian also for DR Racing, Mauro D'Agostino, Joseph Balenta. On debut is Nicolo Marchetto alongside the Greek driver Vasilios Karegianis. The Dutch driver to the left of your screen, the Swede to the right. Stan versus Norton. Kz2 Pre-Final B, the WSK Final Cup here at Adria Karting Raceway. We race. Norton misses the jump. Goes nowhere, does the Swede from the outside of the front row of the grid. A disastrous start for Andreasen. From grid 2, he's fallen back in the pack to about 7th or 8th position as the SP Motorsport karts run 1-2. Stan Pex from his teammate Chris Harnan. De twee piloten van de Netherlands in de eerste posities. The two drivers from the Netherlands in the first two positions. Pex from Chris Harnan. Another, as predicted, brilliant start from Stan Pex from pole position. No mistake, in the 13 KART Republic, powered by the TM, rocketed into the lead. Heading his teammate, they go down through the chicane for the first time. That's Jenna Civico in 3rd place. For DPK Racing is the Spanish driver. He's just ahead of Maxim Turiev. Watch out for Danilo Albanese as well. He's in P5. He is the Tuscan driver. In kart 3 for KART Republic, will try and dive down the inside as they exit the chicane for the second time. Civico goes defensive right behind him. Here's the Russian Maxim Turiev for the Drago Course Racing Team KART 26. Albanese, Fusco, the two Italians together. As Chris closes up on his teammate, Albanese takes the place. Goes by the Russian and the Tuscan into P4. Jenna Civico in P3 from Albanese. And it's Turiev, Fusco, il Napolitano in sesta posizione. The driver from Napoli in 6th place. Pex, Harnan, Civico, Albanese, Turiev. Simon Prim now goes by Fusco. Just as we were listing Giuseppe in P6, he's been passed in the Lenzo kart by his Lenzo kart teammate from Germany, Simon Prim. Fusco is kart 7, Prim 21. As Stan comes under pressure from his teammate Chris Harnan. First race for the SP Motorsport team. Chris Harnan and the SP KART Republic's run 1-2. Jenna Civico is under immense pressure though. The DPK Racing entry, they took a dominant victory in Pre-Final A in OK with Nikola Zoloff, and they run P3 in Pre-Final B in Kz2 with their Spanish driver Jenna Civico. So now the Vega tyres are up to temperature. They go down through turn 1. Fastest driver on the circuit in this early stage of the race is Maxim Turiev. There is the Russian in the Drago Course kart 26. Ahead of the two Lenzo karts, Simon Prim, Giuseppe Fusco, Dubinin, and Andreasen back in P9. We mentioned Nicolo Marchetto in our introduction. The Jesolo competition race winner at the moment is on track to race the final. He's in P16, that's impressive. Ahead of Comanducci, behind Joseph Valenta, but ahead of the other Greek driver, Vasilios Karegianis. So the race settles down into a rhythm. It is the two Dutch drivers in the first two positions. Pex, Harnan, Civico, Albanese, Turiev, Prim, Fusco. Andre Dubinin now up into P8. And it's now a 6-kart fight for the lead as Albanese dives down the inside. Turiev tries to follow him through. And the Tuscan goes through into P3. It is a KART Republic still 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turiev in the Drago Course kart. Andre Dubyanin also right there as well. 14 Komodov in the TM-powered Tony Kart. And of course, Prim in 21, Fusco in 7 for the Sicilian Lenzo Kart team. The Dutchman, 1, 2. Pex and Hanen, we'll see the gap next time round. It is 2/10 between those two, but we're looking for the gap back to Albanese. There it is, around about 10 kart lengths officially. It is 0.7 of a second. Norton Andreasen, after almost stalling off the start, he's back in P8, but he's just launched around the circuit, a 48 dead. He's the quickest on the circuit. 2 purple sectors in that fastest lap as Turiev dives down the inside, and Maxim in kart 26 goes by Genesivico. He's in 4th place. Albanese, it was 7/10 of a second as Norton makes up 1 position. He was back in 9th. He's now recovered into 7th place. So the gap between Chris Hanen and Danilo Albanese last time round was 7/10 of a second. You can see visually it's much closer than that. I'll tell you officially as they cross the line, it is now just 3/10 of a second. The field poured down into turn 1. That was Andre Walter going through in the comp card ahead of CJ Bonninghausen, Galasina, D'Agostino, Munzian, Valenta, Comanducci, and still looking to qualify in position 17 on debut. It's Nicolo Marchetto for Team Jesolo. Pex goes a little bit defensive now. You may recall the first round of the WSK Open Cup at Lonato back in September when the 2 Dutch drivers, Senne van Walsteen from CPB Sport, headed home stand. It was a Dutch 1-2 in the first round of the WSK Open Cup. And it's a Dutch 1-2 here in Pre-Final B. Then Genesivico going through. He's dropped back to 7th after running in P3 in the early stages of the race. We approach the second half. There's Simon Prim, kart 21. Civico in kart 8 for DPK Racing. The Fernando Alonso backed Kart Republic. Norton Andreasen, 47.861, up into P6 now. Fastest on the circuit in the Ward Racing Tony Kart. So the Dutch drivers, 1-3. Albanese has gone by into 2nd place, half race distance. So the question is, as Stan looks over his shoulder, can Danilo put KR on top in KZ2 as well? They have dominated OK. They're leading here with the SP Motorsport team with Stan Pex, Danilo Albanese for the official team, Maxim Turiev in the Drago course kart. The team run by the legendary team manager Armando Fellini in P4. In position 3 almost. Maxim Turiev tried to go down the inside. Half race distance, the Russian backed out of it. He's in P4. He's under attack from Simon Prim, the German, in the Lenzo kart. NB Motorsport in kart 21, looking for his teammates. Giuseppe Fusco, kart 7, P8. Cesar Galasina going through in 11th behind Andre Walter. The German in the comp kart in P10. So Kart Republic still 1, 2, 3. SP Motorsport 1st and 3rd. The team, the SP stands for Stan Pex. The team from the Netherlands, Danilo, multiple Rock Cup international champion in the past few seasons, or the past decade. I think he's won that title 3 times. He was on the podium with us in the Open Cup. Fastest qualifier earlier on in the season. He's in P2, he's caught right up to the back of Stan. We're watching Norton Andreasen as well. He's in P6 and he's just done another purple sector, trying to recover from almost stalling off the start. Stan looks over his shoulder. Just over 140 k's an hour down into turn 1. Pex, Albanese, Chris Hanen. The dying stages of Pre-Final B for KZ2, the WSK Final Cup. Albanese is waiting for his opportunity. It's now a 6-kart fight for the lead. That's Norton, the Super Swede. Andreasen, it was not so long ago. He was racing with us in 60 Mini. Simon Prim down the inside. The Russian closes the door. That allows Norton to close in on the back of the Lenzo kart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the hairpin. Pex, Albanese, Hanen, Turiev, Prim. and Norton Andreasen. 5 laps remaining in Pre-Final B. Kz2, the WSK Final Cup here at Adria Karting Raceway. Down into turn 1, Albanese is waiting. Takes the high line. Pex is so hard to pass. You know the determination of the Dutch drivers. They are absolutely ruthless. Stan's best mate Max has taught us that in the past few seasons in F1. And Stan has exactly the same driving style as MV as well. Will not flinch, will not relinquish. He will fight to the death. His team, a world-class outfit. Of course, his older brother is the 2015 world champion, Jorrit Pex. And older brother, Jaap Pex, top international racer with us in the WSK International Series and Euro Series about a decade ago. Father Richard Pex watching on. His karts running first and third. Danilo still in second place. It's a 6-kart fight for the lead. Norton just sitting back there behind Simon Prim, the German in the Lenzo kart. And Genis Civico starting to catch up as well. Prim around the outside, goes wheel to wheel. And takes Maxime Turiev, the Drago course kart, back to B5. So Prim up into 4th place in the Lenzo kart. The Sicilian team that has won the WSK Final Cup 2 times in the last 4 years. Albanese looking for a possibility in the remaining 3 laps of Pre-Final B here at Adria Raceway. The Paralin Motorsport team drivers, Francesco Cialenta, Lorenzo Travistenuto, watching on from pit lane. They will start on the front and second rows of the grid respectively. And it almost inevitably will be a Paralin versus KART Republic fight for the final this afternoon. There's Prim in the Lenzo, Turiev in the Drago course kart. The Russian-Japanese team also racing in the All Japan GT Championships, the Super Formula Championship as well, and backing a number of drivers around the world, most notably the Russians here in the WSK Final Cup. Maxime Turiev, P5 in car 26. Look at the freight train, Genis Civico trying to stay with them. He's in P7 after running 3rd in the early stages of the race. 2 laps now remaining. Albanese down the inside. Pex closes the door. He does not flinch. Into turn 3, Albanese tried it once. Danilo will have to do better than that as Stan white lines it into the hairpin. Let's hope this does not end in tears. Genis Civico in the background. Stan Pex again goes defensive. Chris Hartmann down the inside with the German Simon Prim breathing down his neck. Last lap board next time round, Pre-Final B for Kz2, the WSK Final Cup. Half a look from Simon Prim there, but it was also defensive, so the Russian would not attack. Dit is de laatste ronde voor de piloot van de Netherlands in de eerste positie. Stan Pex, P1 from Danilo Albanese, the Tuscan second place. And Chris Hartmann, Stan's teammate, in identical equipment in 3rd place. Here's an opportunity. Stan closes the door. Lorenzo and Francesco watch on from pit lane as Stan white lines it. Turiev around the outside. He loses the place. On the last lap of the race, they come together. Albanese is still stuck there in 2nd place. Norton around the outside. Genis Civico is almost caught up, and he will come home in 7th, potentially 6th. Down through the chicane for the final time. It will be a KART Republic 1, 2, 3. That checkered flag does wave. Chris Hartmann takes his teammate to win Pre-Final B. Stan crosses the line in 3rd place. Albanese going by Stan Pex, but then was repassed by Chris Hartmann. So the SP Motorsport drivers reverse positions. Chris Hartmann takes the victory in car 34. It's still an SP Motorsport victory. Chris Hartmann with a nail-biting win. The warning flag was shown to Danilo Albanese in the dying stages there. He'll be unconcerned with that as he finishes a P2, and that's a 2nd row start for the Tuscan for the final later this afternoon. Chris Harnan takes the victory from Danilo Albanese. Pex, Prim, Turiev, Civico, Norton Andreas and 7 never did recover from that start. Fusco, Dubinin, Galasin P10, ahead of Andre Walter in the KART. D'Agostino, Muncien. The Romanian is ahead of Francesco Comanducci, Colin Bonninghausen, Josef Valente è bravissimo. Nicolo Marchetto farà la gara oggi pomeriggio, la sua prima gara mai in KZ. Let's repeat that. Nicolo Marchetto, this is his first ever WSK KZ professional race.